the truth.
Welcome back, everyone, to the LTV podcast. I'm joined here by my fellow co-hosts, Stay Clem,
What's up, guys?
and the one and only, we just hit 1K subs himself, Lead to Victory.
What's up, guys? And so today, you guys we seem to get a lot of love on the last podcast. So today, what we're
We
gonna
got
be talking
3
about,
comments.
and well, hey, that's a start. Anyway, what we're gonna be talking about today is we're gonna talk about the Fortnite. Okay. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I severely hated this. They took off turbo building pretty much. They downgraded it like crazy. And have you guys heard of how many streamers have actually contacted them?
I mean, I very much dislike Fortnite for reasons that I can get into, but I'm gonna let Clem add his 2 cents first. So, Clem,
I never really liked Fortnite because I never learned how to fucking build. So everything I did was just kind of on the ground. So yeah, it's kind of on me. Nothing against the game. I just didn't know how to build, and I just kept getting raped. Never liked the game.
First of all, the
Moved
game
on.
is garbage. I won't lie with you, but thing is, they literally screwed every person in the butt. First, they bring out the mech, and they kill everyone, and then they just bring out the freaking nerf on turbo building. Basically, you can't even crank 90s in there anymore. So all the new players are mad, or not the new players, the old players, like Ninja and stuff. They're all outraged, and they're all pretty much quitting.
Makes sense. For the people who don't play Fortnite, like me and Clem, you should provide some added context, because I have no idea what you just said.
All right, well, moving on, we're gonna talk about McDonald's and how crazy they are. So,
Alright, okay, what about
we're gonna bring-
McDonald's is crazy? Have you heard about their Fortnite action figures that they've been giving away in Happy Meals?
Don't tell me that's a real fucking thing.
No,
Don't tell me
it's
that's
real,
a thing.
That's a real
That's
thing.
a real
That's an
thing.
actual thing going on right now. They're putting
No.
Fortnite toys in Happy Meals.
First,
McDonald's.
where that came out of was
Fortnite
these
toys.
crazy bastards. They decided to make Fortnite Halloween costumes for Halloween 2018. There were like 3, and then they sold really, really well. So the same people decided to make Fortnite action figures out of cheap Chinese baby plastic, and then they were like, oh my god, we're making so much profit. They got a shit ton of YouTubers to sponsor them, and then you know what? I bet McDonald's would love this shit. So they were like, okay, we're gonna put it in some Happy Meals.
Okay,
McDonald's, some
so
hype beasts.
I looked it up and I see a football one. I don't see a McDonald's one. Are they really giving out McDonald's ones?
Dude, I don't know if they still are, but they used to. It was like a McDonald's. I went to a McDonald's one time, and it was just this fucking on the screen where you order. It was like Happy Meal, and then below it, it was scrolling by all the toys. It was like My Little Pony and Angry Birds 2, and then it was Fortnite.
Do you want to tell me why I see stuff? Why did they? I didn't even know they had Fortnite action figures.
You didn't, dude. You love Fortnite. You need to get back in the game. All right. There's so many Fortnite action figures. You should have been in the air. Fuck. You should have been in the era where they kept sponsoring YouTubers, and all the YouTubers were visibly cringing at how bad they were. But they were just like, oh, they're paying me a lot of money, so I better say good things about Fortnite.
I know that they had. I see one where they're giving away serial killers.
Oh, of course. McDonald's loves serial killers, because how else would they sell their wacky cereal? Just like the you guys heard about the new Sour Patch Kids cereal?
I have not.
Wait, that's a thing?
That's a thing that they decided was a good idea. They were like, all right, Sour Patch Kids is great, but it'd be better Sour Patch Kids cereal.
That kind of sounds gross. Can't even lie. When something's too sweet, I don't like it, and that just sounds.
Oh my god.
I don't think I would buy it.
Dude, they literally, I see this one thing, it's Super Mario cereal for $5,000.
Yeah, it's a really old thing, but I thought we agreed no internet during the podcast.
A
We're not gonna bring it
cer-
up.
a
We're just
cereal
you're just gonna
limited
keep
edition.
glossing over it. But and so this is a threat to your life. So stop.
We're gonna keep going anyways, boys.
All right, we're gonna keep moving on. Sour Patch Kids cereal. Can you pull off a sour cereal? Yes or no?
Depends on the person. If you fuck with weird shit like that, Like the same people that eat cereal or same people that would eat something like that weird ass cereal, or the same people that would fucking put ketchup on their macaroni and cheese. Like, go for it,
That's
you do you, but
horrific.
I'll stay out of this one.
I
I saw
mean,
people that
but
do
like,
that.
do you think like to the normies you could pull it off? Do you think it's possible to pull off sour cereal?
Sour?
Yeah.
I don't think it's sour. I think it's actually just sweet. Is it really sour?
No,
Or
I watched a food review on the Sour Patch Kids cereal, and they were going for sour and then sweet on the inside, and it just doesn't work. It just ends up being bitter.
why would we want to eat something sour in the morning? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you want to
I
eat
don't
something
know, but
sour in the
other than
morning?
Sour Patch Kids cereal, like how would someone go about pulling off like just
Because people want
a
to be the
sour
next big thing.
cereal?
They want to be the next next trendsetter. Oh,
The
no
only
one's done a
thing I
sour
see-
cereal before. Sour Patch Kids, hold my beer. Take the shit right now.
Whoa,
I
Noah,
mean,
we've never had a woman president before. Hold my beer.
Oh,
Alright,
Hillary's crying in the corner right now.
yeah, we're not.
okay,
Yeah.
well, we're not gonna talk about that stuff, boys. That stuff's
Alright.
a little sexist.
But I mean, overall, trends go where it's like, oh, no one's ever really done this before. But sometimes trends just come out spontaneously, like the Popeye chicken sandwich shit.
Oh, speaking of the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I was lucky enough to hit up my local Popeyes right after work, probably around 12 o'clock today, pick up 3 for the fam, and I can say it is a very good sandwich. I'm not going to say it lives up to the hype of it being literally the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, but the sandwich was very good overall. I rate it an 8.1 out of 10. It was very fresh, and I just feel bad for the workers, because when I walked in, the line was out the fucking door. There was not one person behind that counter. They had like 14 employees back there just bagging and clawing at the chicken with the little prongs and doing drive-throughs. And there was a legitimate like bus, not a bus, but like a metal truck outside with the workers carrying in chicken sandwiches by the dolly like into the store. It was fucking insane.
Right, and then little do you
Could
know,
you-
like there's like 10 more workers out in the backyard, and they're slaughtering and cooking the chickens.
Yeah.
Could you guys like imagine like a guy breaks in, just give me all your chickens? Like, what do you guys think would happen?
I mean, I
What would you
think
guys do in
that
that situation?
he would just get trampled. The line's just too long and too vigorous. They're like, no, we're not missing out on our fucking chicken sandwiches.
So if I were to like shoot in the air, no one would move. That's what you're trying to tell me.
No, so
No.
they would just like the ceiling would catch the bullets, and then it'd be like, bitch, and then it would give them back. But
How does the ceiling give him back?
they would just fall off. The ceiling's made of obsidian. You can only break it with a diamond pickaxe. Anyway, at my school, they started selling Popeye's chicken sandwiches, and like the line is like incredibly long. It doesn't go out the door because the cafeteria in my school is fucking massive. But they started selling these fucking Popeye's chicken sandwiches. I've never got one from my school in particular, but
have a Popeyes at your school?
they don't have a Popeyes. My school just buys chicken sandwiches and then they sell them at price,
Oh.
Why?
like
why would you have to
retards.
do
They
that?
sell it for $4.
Someone sent me a party invite from Fort. Why am I getting that?
You know, you should really not be doing that, but you know, we're not going to talk about it because we're going to talk about instead is this guy that I saw at lunch today, and he bought 19 chicken sandwiches, and he just had this stack that was just like it was like he was like,
What does he gain from that? He's not going to eat all of them.
There's
by
no way
himself.
he's gonna eat 19 chicken sandwiches.
What is he gonna like throw it away? Like what?
He's like a hype beast. He got. I have no idea.
Yo,
who
guys,
it
look at
was.
me. I could spend money. I could buy like 19 chicken sandwiches.
They're
That's so cool.
$4, so it's not even. It's not even that.
$4
It's like
on 19
he
how
spent.
much is that? What
He
is that? I
spent
already got a calculator.
$76 on chicken sandwiches.
$76 on one fucking lunch.
That's like a DLC pack in a Call of Duty.
He's
Spent on chicken sandwiches.
That's a Call of Duty and a DLC. That's Minecraft right there, like 3 times over.
He's
Honestly,
buying
that's a good
food
way to
for
look
his
at it.
entire family. Like, just imagine, like, I'm just walking to the cafeteria. The line goes into the actual hallway, and then I'm just walking in there, and I just see this guy who's walking out with, like, it's like the stereotype of, like, pizza guys who have way too much pizza, so it just stacks up to the, like, to the ceiling. It's that, but Popeye's chicken sandwiches. And he can't see a thing because he has so many Popeye's chicken sandwiches, and they're still all in their boxes. and then you just see like he just
I
keeps
wonder-
dropping all
I mean,
the
you're at fucking
napkins.
school. What are you gonna do with all them? Stuff them in your locker? Congrats, they're gonna be all soggy and cold by the time you bring them home.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
hey,
so
I
okay,
never
so I
saw
got a
him
story
again.
for you guys actually, real
What's
quick.
up?
By the way, fix your mic.
Lovely. Okay.
All right, ready?
All right.
All right.
What the fuck do I
Do I
say?
sound-
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
What is
What
this?
is?
Am I?
Am I?
Am I?
Am I?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you stop, please? I don't want this. I didn't ask for this.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Fuck.
Fuck.
God
God
damn
damn
it.
it.
Alright.
All right.
We
You
good?
good?
Holy,
Holy
fuck.
fuck.
What the
What the?
fuck? Why?
Why?
Why does
Why
it
does?
use? Why?
Why?
I don't get it. I don't
I don't
get
get
it.
it.
Doesn't make
Doesn't
any
make
sense. Alright.
All right.
Fuck
I'm
me.
just confused. Okay, so you're back finally. Okay, so this is what I'm just gonna continue saying the story, and you're
Go
just
for
gonna
it.
edit it. All right. All right. So anyway, basically, so you guys know how you go into breakfast, basically in the beginning of school. So my school, they sell these pizzas, and like basically, I got a pizza, and this line was taking so long, and your boy was hungry, and so what I decided to do is I decided to grab two. I ate the one I was like that I had on me, and then I stuck the tray underneath like the line, and the line goes straight. Okay, so the lady saw me obviously, and I just took the tray and I just slid it right under everything, and I just continued to eat the other one. So basically, I got a free pizza.
People do that all the time. Like at school lunches, people will get a slice of pizza, or they ask for two, and then put them directly under each other, so it looks like just one thick ass slice, and they'll ring it up as just one.
I don't see how.
They've never.
Now,
Our lunch ladies are very old and fragile.
well, the thing is, my lunch lady, like she always knew I grabbed two, and she never cared. Like she was cool.
Yeah.
So, and no, my other lunch lady, the one I used to get like my sandwiches from, bro, before they took out like the hotline and everything, bro, like I would give this girl money and she would keep it. And then what she would do is, in return, she would let me get two sandwiches and only charge me for one. And I get like free lunches or whatever, so basically she was letting me get by with a lot more things and you know what I'm saying? Like she would give me
Yeah.
whatever I wanted if I wanted something. And she would
Yeah.
just keep the money for herself.
That's how you do it. You gotta have connections. And how are you gonna make an underground drug ring at your school without connections?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Speaking of underground drug rings, I made one.
You made
Like
one.
an
What do
epic.
you mean?
I'm a true. Only true gamers sell drugs.
I don't know
Like
about that one.
aspirin and
Aspirin? Who
NyQuil.
sells aspirin?
drug rings.
Aren't
You wouldn't know.
aspirin-
You're not cool.
Not cool. Is it aspirin for babies?
Yes.
Or is it to help like burns or something?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. So, lead. You just hit 1K. How does that make you feel?
How does that make me feel?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. I feel like Clem probably feels this. It feels crazy. Not gonna lie with you. Just I never thought I was ever gonna get that big, and I never thought that people were gonna like me that much. What do you think, Clem?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty awesome accomplishment because not many people get to where you are, where me are right now,
We're me out.
and yeah, and I feel like it's a great accomplishment, and you can only look at it as if you're gonna get bigger from here on out. So you keep doing what you're doing, that number's just gonna increase. You don't post any dead people hanging from trees in suicide forests, and people will still love you. So yeah, I think it's
Or
an
talk
awesome
about,
Right.
or
goal.
talk about how the entire world is gay.
I mean, we could
Yeah,
talk about that, or I could ask Clem, be like, hey, as a person of experience, having been over 1,000 subs for a while, how did it feel like getting to 1,000 your first time?
getting to 1,000, that shit was fucking raw. I was just laying in bed looking at the ceiling. I knew I was creeping up on 1,000. I just didn't know what day it would be. And then for some reason, a video that I published, I don't know, like 2 months prior, started just like fucking blowing up. And I just started getting, well, not really blowing up, but getting a lot of traffic. And I just kept getting like sub after sub after sub. I think I gained like 15 subs that day. And by the time I looked at it, it was at like 1,001. And before that day started, I was at like 975. So it's crazy. Like I didn't think I was gonna get to it within that time span, but all you really need is one video to just push you over the top, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like, did you think about doing anything for like, oh my god, thank you guys for 1K, like a video?
Not 1K, but I was gonna do a Q&A at 2K. When I hit 1K, I wasn't really organized with what I was doing. I just put send thank yous out on social media, but I never really made a video dedicated to a 1,000 subscriber special. But now looking back on it, I probably should have. But you know, next milestone's 2K. Once I hit 2K, I'll do a Q&A.
I'm
And
not gonna lie with you. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have to do something with that. I'm gonna have to give you like a question or something.
yeah, yeah,
We just live in your channel now, by the way.
Yeah,
that's dope.
we all communicate together within channels. Speaking of channels, by the way, guys, make sure you sub to MastVane. We're trying to get him up to 100 subs. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm not there already, definitely.
Awesome Fortnite content.
Awesome
Wait,
Fortnite content. That's
Matt,
what I
Matt,
make.
what are you at? What subscriber count
I'm
are you
at
at?
like 124.
Oh, then let's get him to 200, guys. Come
Let's
on.
get him to 150.
Let's
Wait,
get
no,
him to one.
one.
All right.
Just unsub. Let's
Alright.
get him back down to
Yeah,
100.
let's get me
guys.
to. Let's get him-
Everyone unsub to MastVane real quick,
Yeah.
just so we can
If
get him
we
back
don't
up.
if we don't get to one, I will be very, very upset, and I might have a temper tantrum like I did when Lead kept calling me, to yell at me for not because I didn't do his 1K special right. You know, it gave me PTSD.
I didn't yell at him.
He definitely did. All right,
I definitely did
guys,
not.
let me immerse you in the situation.
Oh,
So,
let's hear this.
one day, he
One day,
he
one
calls
day.
me. Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to tell a story. He calls me, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna hit 1,000. We should make a 1K special." And I'm like, "Word, let's do it." So he's like, "Okay, okay. What do you think we should do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I think you should just like make a compilation." He's like, "Hey, that's what I was thinking." And I was like, "All right, word." So he started working on it, and then we weren't even working on it. We were just talking about it. I was mostly listening to him, and then he was like, "All right, so this is my ideas and etc." And I'm like, "Okay, got it." And then I'm like, "Word." So I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next day. First thing is that he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, how's work on the 1K special going?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you called me talking about it like 12 hours ago. I haven't had really time to do anything." And then
Well, the thing is, okay, so in my defense, I was excited, okay, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do at this moment, but we had like a general idea, so Mast ends up pulling out the video, and he ends up doing it, and it was okay for the first run.
Okay,
I thought it was
you're
pretty good,
skipping forward a
but
little
what
too
do you
much.
mean I'm skipping forward? I'm
I
getting
would.
to the
You've
point.
never even done the editing, so you should let me talk about the editing part.
I-
Fight,
Okay, I
fight,
will.
fight, fight.
All right, talk about the
Thank you,
editing.
Clem. All right, Clem, how do you? Okay. Do you have any input so far on this?
On the editing and all the uploading miscues, not yet.
Okay. All right. So basically, I'm like, okay, Lee's gonna be very, very upset with me, and he might kill my children if I don't work on this video like right now. So I better hop to it. So I spend the entire day just like researching videos and shit to put in the video. Yeah, video.
Oh, that just
So
sounds strenuous. Holy fuck.
this is true.
Every video?
Yes. So
Damn, Lee, you better start getting on your knees real quick. Give him the good old
Hey,
double knuckle shuffle.
okay, no. For one, I gave him. I said, okay, I gave you a premise that you could search. I gave him key videos to look at. It is not my fault that he went to the extent to watch all of them, alright?
I didn't watch all of them. I told you I wasn't gonna watch all of them, and you expressed great disappointment.
What? When did I say that? I
You didn't.
know I
You
never
didn't say
did that.
anything. You were just like, okay, you're gonna look through all the videos, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna watch all
No,
of your
I did
videos. And
not
you were,
say that.
and then you were like, that's fine.
I did not say
You
that.
definitely
You're
did.
making this,
You
you're making me
definitely-
look so bad right now.
No, it's content, okay? It's funny.
So
because
guys,
you said
I
it.
just want to say this is the last time Mass will be on the channel. No, I'm just.
This is also
This is
true.
actually
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
funny.
moving to Virginia to go slaughter his cat.
I don't have a cat.
That's tough.
Clem will be the one and only pallbearer for both caskets that day.
You're gonna
One with each arm.
and you're gonna be recording a podcast.
Damn, you must be really strong.
Yeah, or you guys are just light.
Oh, I'm a
Wow.
paperweight.
I
Anyway,
mean, I'm like 160.
I'm 93. All right, let's keep going.
Wait,
Wow.
whoa, 93?
I'm 88. Let's keep going. So basically, I'm
serious?
editing
That's
this
bad.
video. I'm 79. Let's keep going. So basically, I'm editing this video, and then like I got 2 calls the first time I was editing this video. At that very end, like the video that went up for the 1K sub special, that was me after being done with it for the 4th time.
No, it was the third time.
It was the
Stop
4th time. I
lying.
didn't send you the first
I
one.
will look on it right now.
I didn't send you the first one.
What do you mean? You did send me a first one.
I did not. Okay. Like, if you look in the Google Drive file, this totally is going to get cut out. But if you look in the Google Drive file, it's LTV 1K, and then try 2, and then try 3. I never sent you try 1.
Yeah, because it's just LTV try.
Speaking of forest fires, how about the fucking Amazon real quick? Holy
What? No, you're
shit.
cutting off the story. The fuck?
The last podcast we did, we were talking about the environment, what we could do to help better our planet and Mother Nature. Well, not really Mother Nature, just the whole entire community of the Amazon Republic just decides to fucking burn their only source of oxygen to the ground.
Yeah, they spontaneously combusted.
Like, I mean, what the fuck? This is the generation where we're supposed to plant trees, not burn them down.
Right.
Well, I
and
mean,
then-
hey, like this brings us back into our other video, last podcast, on how, like, the world's going to crap.
Right, but the thing is, have you
So-
guys heard about that thing with, like, since the Amazon is burning to the death, we, like, instead of, like, 9 years until global warming is irreversible, it's 18 months.
Wait, it's 18 months till global warming? Till we can't, like...
It's 18 months until global warming starts raping us.
Well, that's awesome. I mean,
Well, guys,
it's like
get
we
your
could see
guns
this
ready.
one coming.
Get your guns ready, guys. Get your...
Get your,
Right,
yeah, what are you
that's
gonna
not-
do? What are you gonna do? Shoot the sun?
You said we can't get politics involved in the Discord.
I mean...
Yeah, global warming, politics.
Okay, all right, I'll leave it out.
So 18. What are you guys gonna do for your last 18 months of life? Clem still has to lose his virginity, so I know that.
I'm gonna keep making YouTube videos until I die, so...
And who's to say global warming is gonna kill us? We're just gonna be very hot.
No, it's no, it starts taking effect to where, for like, it starts out not as bad, but eventually it'll get to the point where like every year there's gonna be like 2 or 3 weeks where the surface of the Earth is so hot that you can't live on it. Like, it's unsustainable for life because it's just that hot.
Why do you keep saying your S's like that? Like it's so, like I don't. Do you hear that, Clem? Like it hurts,
Here, say shark real quick.
I don't want to anymore.
dude. He's like,
I haven't noticed it.
like it hurts my ears, dude. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
But no, I don't. I mean, for real, worst comes down to the worst, we'll just have to move underground.
But that's not gonna work because
But isn't the ground hot?
yeah, the ground is hot. You have to move up into the air.
No, because heat rises.
Yeah, but if you have a turkey in the oven, and then you cook it until it's burnt, and then it's like, oh, it's hot, so we have to go inside of it where it's not as hot, cause heat rises.
No, it's like the water. The water up top shallow. The more farther you go, it's deeper and colder.
Yeah, but it's the opposite because it's like, if the deeper you go, it's hotter because if you go deeper, you get closer to the Earth's core. And the ground is hot anyway, so you have to live in the air.
Science.
You could, and in the air is where the oxygen is the thinnest. So, it sucks either way.
I mean, not if you're like raised on a mountain or something, you'll be fine.
Is that like an exaggerated number? 18 months?
18 months?
Yeah, is that like an exaggerated shit just to get us to act faster? Because I mean, we just went from 12 years to 18 months.
It was 10 years, and no, it's because it's not until it's 18 months is when global warming it's when we can't stop it anymore. It's not when it starts to murder us. It's just like after 18 months, like it's at the end of 2020 or at the start of 2021. After that amount of time, there's just nothing we can do to stop it. It becomes impossible to stop. Like, there's still other solutions that don't involve stopping global warming. It's just like, just make it really fucking cold for like 3 months a year. That's not winter. Like, make it cold in the summer. But it's like 18 months is when it becomes actually impossible to stop global warming because it burned the hole in the ozone that like it's all the way through. So it's like you just can't rebuild the ozone after that.
I mean, but we can do it now, so how do we do it?
I mean, if you like, there's like nothing that an individual can do. You'd have to get like a bigger group of people to actually like act. Like, put out the Amazon fire, but you need a bunch of people to do that, and like, it's city.
Well, guys, looks like we're dead. Anyway, any last words?
Right, like what, like Clem, what are you gonna do with your last 18 months of life that without global warming?
Last 18 months of life.
Yeah.
Fuck, the same shit I've been doing the past 2 years, working and going to school. Imagine that, like, not even being able to have a child and just fucking dying because people threw a McDonald's straw in the dirt. Like, god damn it.
You know, I'm not gonna lie with you, if that really does happen, like, Clem and Mickey, like, we're all meeting up. We're gonna go, it's like gonna be zombie apocalypse, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta post up. Speaking of zombie apocalypse, what would you guys do if you guys were in a zombie apocalypse?
Like, first
What would be
thing,
your first action? Yeah, first
like,
action.
Like, you wake up one day in the hospital and there's zombies everywhere?
No, like, you got a thing on TV.
And like, oh shit, there's zombies in the city.
I'm not gonna lie with you, I'm driving straight for my friends. We're gonna die together.
That's not smart.
Dude, I don't even like thinking about that shit. The fucking Earth just going to complete.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie with you, I feel like that would bring us together more than anything. It would get rid of all the weak people.
Yeah, but then it's already, then it would be
Because,
already
like,
too late.
Yeah, because
I mean,
people
like
are
you said,
Like, no, like if you think about it, like the world right now, if you say one thing, people get hurt, all right? But if you were in a zombie apocalypse,
No,
racial
global
stuff,
warming.
sexist stuff, none of that would matter
We're
anymore.
talking about global.
Global warming wouldn't matter either.
No, we're talking about like 18 months. Clem's having an existential crisis.
Who's
We're
that?
talking about zombies.
Yeah, no, but we're comforting Clem because he's having an existential crisis.
What is that?
Clem, explain existentialism.
Sadism.
It's like, oh shit, we're gonna die ism.
Well, you know what? If we die, then we die. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's like the
I'll
fact that
end it
it's
on there.
irreversible. Like the shit's irreversible. Once you
Which
fuck
one?
the planet, it's like
I'm
you
gonna
can't do
stop.
anything about
Do
it.
that with the S's.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that people don't want to actually think about what they're doing. Like,
No, it's because people are retarded and people are greedy. That's the only. If people weren't greedy or stupid, global warming would never have existed, or it would have, but we would have fixed it years ago.
Honestly,
not
can we
gonna lie with
nuke
you right
India
now.
real quick?
I'm not gonna lie with you right now. Like, I promise. Like, if I were to just live, if I could just live out my life with no problems, and then just die, I would be totally fine with whatever happens after that. I wouldn't care who dies. I'd just be like, I'm dead. I'm fine. I'm good. I completed my life. I'm done.
I think that's how everyone feels.
Like, if you just let me complete my life, God, I'm gonna do that, please.
I mean, hey, it's just like, how thick can your skull be, to the point where it's like, like people who own massive like natural gas or oil companies, that are like a solid 40% of pollution, like not even it's like most pollution is like everyday people doing really small things, but since everyone's doing it, it creates a lot of pollution.
I don't see why. How could you go out and throw something on the ground? I never. I'm sorry. I don't have enough balls to do that. Like, I literally have never done that. I never could do it. Like, I can never throw anything out the window or anything. I'm
Right,
sorry
but
if
it's not
like
even
people
that.
have.
Like, but
I could never do that though.
if people like it's not only that of course that's a big part to it, but it's another thing like how
It's the fucking factories producing
right,
all
it's
this
just
shit, all this
it's people
smoke,
who
all this
are
pollution.
people who are stupid and people who are greedy. It's like all like irresponsible garbage companies who like all they want is money for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter, but they don't really care what happens to the planet just because that's how sucky their lives are, to the point where they don't care about anybody but themselves and money.
I
Where
kind of feel like it's because they're rich. Like again, money. This goes to money. Like money's the root of all evil. Like, let's be real here for a minute.
right, I
Because
mean
people
money
that don't have money. I'm yawning.
money
It's
is power.
another big thing.
Hello.
Another big thing about oh shit. Another big thing about why global warming is such a big thing. I'm not gonna like pick sides politics wise, but I mean, doesn't our president not believe in it?
Oh yeah, it's
Our fucking president doesn't believe in it. Like, it's hard to do anything if the person running the country doesn't believe in something that's, like, clearly there, evidently supported. It's
right.
strange.
It's like there's so many people that like they just deny it. They know something's wrong. But
How
there's,
could
like,
they
there's
deny
no-
it?
It's
The
like
facts are there. Just look at it. Oh, I could strangle someone. That shit's stupid.
it's so,
Honestly, when the world like starts burning up like that, we should just have like a cult meeting. Everyone that didn't believe in global warming, we just throw them in a Hawaiian volcano,
it's
like
so
blindfolded.
baffling that how
Yeah.
stupid people can be, and how like it's just motivated out of stupidity and greed. That's it. It's like this one politician, I can't remember who it was, nor do I care, but
Don't say any names.
it was
Make up a
on
name.
this interview that he was doing, and the interview guy was like, "Do you believe in global warming?" And he just straight up said no. And then he's like, "Why?" And then he's like, "Oh, it's because the government knows that global warming exists, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's, well, but the government owns the banks, and banks give you loans. But like, if Miami is gonna be underwater in like the next 3 years, then how could you get a loan for a beach house?
I just want to question how stupid that sounds. Like, if someone did, I would honestly look at you and be like, why? Just why did you come here? Like you're embarrassing yourself right now, you know?
It's and then like, but he like passionately believes that global warming is false.
It's just like the Earth is flat. Who believes in that?
But like it doesn't really matter if you believe whether the Earth is flat or not. It doesn't really have any effect. But what does matter is when you own like a massive oil company and you're polluting. You're responsible for like 3% of the pollution and carbon emissions. Yes, Mom.
So boys, this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
For one, if you guys want to stop global warming, make sure to hit that like button because for every one like we get, it saves one Earth. So let's hear it.
Right.
Let's see how many likes we get.
And if you guys want to
Um,
do something about it, like you're just sitting there having an existential crisis, like Clem over there, he has his head in his hands. Yeah, he's
yeah,
hyperventilating as
dicks
well.
out and just flopping it
It's so
right across
sad.
the ceiling.
But like, if you guys want to know what you can do, just do your own research. There's plenty of things that like everyday people can do, but it doesn't really work unless a whole bunch of people do it. So go and get some people, parents, anybody that you can get to also do these things.
And another thing
Yeah.
to keep in mind is just never underestimate the difference one person can make. You could think like, oh, I throw away this wrapper, it won't solve the whole world's problems, and you're right in that aspect. But just think about it. That's one less wrapper on the earth. If someone sees you doing it, you tell someone who littered to pick it up and throw it in the trash. Like, it's just little things like that that could build on each other to make an actual difference in the world. Like, but
It's
first, before anything, we need to get Indy on track. They just can't be shitting in rivers. That shit's gross.
That's true.
That's true.
To be for real right now. Speaking of trash, I remember I was working and I was going to get carts, and I look at this girl's looking at me through, I guess she's riding a Mustang, whatever red, whatever it was, and she looks at me, and she takes the trash and just puts her hand out, boom, drops it right on the ground. And at this point, I was getting ready to walk over there, pick it up, and say, "Ma'am, you dropped something," and hand it back to her. Now, did I do this? Hell no. But was I wanting to? Yes, I was. I don't know what you guys would do in that situation, but I definitely wanted to hand it back to her.
I'm just waiting for the day someone litters in front of me. Like, I see people on streets just, like, throw gum out on the side of their cars, which,
Oh,
I know gum's fucking biodegradable, but I just don't want, like, a little squirrel running up and eating it. But I'm just waiting for the day someone throws, like, a wrapper, like a plastic bottle on the ground so I could. Like, at first, I'll just be like, hey, sir, can you please, throw it away next time? And if they ignore me, shit's gonna get real quick. And I'm not just saying that as a big, tough internet guy. Like, this is my planet. I want to go into zoology when I'm older. I want to study zoology, wildlife ecology, and you're fucking with the entire planet when you're throwing shit on the ground.
Right. And then what infuriates me personally the most is when people are like you see someone littering, especially it happens in my immediate family where it's like my stepmom's smoking or something, and I'm like, hey, that's not good, you shouldn't be throwing your cigarettes on the ground. And she's like, oh, what's 3 cigarettes gonna do? That pisses me off so much.
Exactly, because so many people think that way. Oh, what is this gonna do? What is this little bag of
I mean, I'm not
plastic?
gonna lie with you. It's not just about throwing them on the ground. It's actually about smoking them as well, because the smoke is making the atmosphere bad. Yeah. People are inhaling and they're getting cancer from two hand smoke. Like that's not right either. Like why do you get to decide what happens to someone just because you want to smoke? Because the thing is that this is how I think. Okay, so addictions, yeah, they're addicted. Okay, they're addicted. But if no one were to tell you that it's addictive, you would not think it's addictive. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the things that we have, like habits about drinking, how it relieves stress, I feel like it doesn't relieve stress. I feel like someone along the line said, you know what? This relieves stress. Let's say that they said it, and people just believed it. They said, "Go, go, go." You know what? That does relieve stress. When in reality, it doesn't. It's all a matter on how your brain functions and stuff like that. And a lot of people see it that way. I personally, I do see it that way. I feel like smoking and stuff like that. Like I've done it before, yeah, and I feel like that it didn't help me at all. I felt like it made me into someone that I wasn't. And same with taking drugs and stuff to fix you. Like I know people that take ADHD and stuff like that. I can never take those because I tried. They tried to hook me on it. My family did, and I actually stopped taking them because I felt like I was relying on the drug to be myself when in reality I wasn't like being myself because basically what would happen was I would go to school and I would freak out because I didn't take my pill for the day. I would freak out and say I'm going to fail this test, and what happened? I failed the test. But in reality, if I just would have said I will pass this test, it makes a big difference because every single time I actually think I can do something, I do it. So again, this stuff goes in your head. So if you guys want to get away from an addiction or something like that, just believe in yourself. Don't try to put yourself down and say I need to rely on this thing to help me, because in reality you don't. You really don't. It's not something you need to rely on. And I'm not gonna lie with you, drinking and everything like that, smoking, doing weed, doing drugs, that's not you. It's actually turning you to someone that you're not because my family, whenever they get drunk, they get mad. And they're relatively nice people, I'm not gonna lie with you, but when they drink, they get mad. So that's another reason why I don't do any of that. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? You guys get what I'm saying, or do you guys think I'm crazy?
I
No,
think
I get what you're
yeah, I
saying.
get what you're saying. It makes sense. It's a good philosophy to have
Like not
about.
trying to bring it into like religion or anything, but like it's just like everything. Like even with religion, like someone like they say Jesus, he did all that other stuff with the wine and the bread and stuff like that. I mean, hey, he could not have did that. He could have did it. I'm sorry to offend anyone if I do believe in Jesus and God and everything like that. But you never know. Things do happen. Have you ever played? It's just like that circle game. Have you ever sat there and the teacher says one thing to a student, and you just whisper into someone's ear, and then they keep doing it all around the circle, and when it gets to the very end, it comes out something totally different. So I'm just saying, guys, is don't believe everything. Right? Things are the truth, yes, but they could be fabricated, or even they could be another story told to it. Like, let's say I hit a girl. Okay, that sounds bad. People hate me for hitting a girl. When in reality, she could have been trying to kill me, but they left that out. They left it out, so now I look like a bad person. Okay,
Yeah,
so
media tries to portray things that aren't really necessarily valid.
yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say is like with drinking, someone just randomly said, "This tastes good. This helps us. This whatever." But does it? Does it really? If no one would have said anything, you wouldn't be doing that. If no one would have said smoking relieves stress, no one would be smoking right now. And if they would, they'd be doing it for no reason. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel on the matter anyway. I feel
But
like
one, are you
most of the
talking
things
about
we do,
marijuana or just like smoking in general?
anything, anything.
Yeah.
I feel like everything we know and live in today isn't really always the right thing. That includes history. I feel like some stuff like they talk about, hey, Abe Lincoln never told a lie. That's obviously not true. That's obviously not true. He's had to tell a lie. Everyone tells a lie. It's either to protect someone or whatever you gotta do, you still told a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think of the matter. I feel like certain people believe in that big. Congrats to you, you believe in it. Not downing you or not pushing against you or whatever it is. But I'm down for everything. I'm not really against anyone for it. But yeah, I feel like that's what's wrong with the world. I feel like we believe pretty much everything. And even today, I feel like we're getting way more softer than what we used to be. Like, I was homeless for 8 months, so it's a little different for me. I met a lot of poor people in my life, and I met a lot of people that gave up literally everything just for one person, and they literally didn't have anything. They would give up so much for their children. They would sit there and beg for food for their children. and like you could tell that they're not lying because the way they looked at you and the way they talked and everything. And like I've also seen a big difference in people that are poor and people that are rich or in the middle class, because people that are poor, they tend to stick up for each other a lot. They tend to hold each other close, and when they do get food, they tend to share it. They don't do anything bad towards themselves. They even pick up after themselves half the time. They usually don't cause no problems, and if they do, I mean they're crazy, but that's a little different story. Um, but a lot of the homeless people I met were relatively nice people. They were good people, and they didn't deserve to be in that situation. And I can't bear there. I can't go back to that situation and see that again because it broke my heart. And so what I did was whenever I hit 16, I wanted to get a job so I wouldn't be poor again. So I wouldn't have to see that again because a lot of people just think the world's normal and that the world's easy and everything like that. It's not. The world is not easy. It's actually really hard to be in. And I feel like the people that are coming up nowadays in my generation and stuff, if you're gonna get mad over something that one person said, then I don't know if you can handle life because life is gonna hit you way harder than one thing that someone said. They're gonna hit you with actual actions. Is that true?
Yeah, it's very
Right.
true.
And then like what you get of like the people who like society is just catering to their opinions because it's like, oh, you're entitled to your opinion, and it's just everyone just coming up with these random ass things that, not to
Yeah.
sound like really fucking pompous, but it's just like all these things that it's just like they're clearly you're clearly either you're just stupid for just having this, just believing these things. I'm not trying to shit on anyone's beliefs, but personally I just find some of the shit that people come up with really retarded. And
I
then
feel like the same. I feel like that same thing
right, and then
because
society is just like, "Oh yeah, good boy, you're entitled to your beliefs."
I
Yeah.
mean, okay, so I understand people want to be their own person. Okay, be your own person. Go ahead, express what you want. Wear dresses. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I'm not gonna down you or I'm not gonna bully you or whatever for it. In fact, I might even say, hey, be a leader. Do your own thing. But when people start going to the extent to start like making a big deal about it and saying, oh, this person's right. This is how it should be. We're right. You're wrong. We're a different person than you. When we're all human, we're all literally one race, and you're trying to say you're another race. We're all human. Black, white, Hispanic, like purple, whatever it is. We're all human. And since you're trying to pop out and say that you're something different and that you don't abide by those human, like that you don't abide by the word human, you're not that. Like that's not cool. Be your own person, do whatever. But the first time when you start saying, "Oh, I'm not human. I'm better than human. I'm this. I'm that. I'm actually in between." I'm like that. It makes no sense. Okay, we're all the same. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not against what people say, but I'm not also with what people say because a lot of the stuff that we come up with is just stupid. Like
That's
the gender stuff, that's
right.
whatever. I feel like we totally blew that out the water and that there's too many things going on now. Um, the whole lesbian gay stuff, that's cool. Do what you want to do, like who you want to like, but like saying that you're not a boy or a girl, that's a little weird, not gonna lie with you. Because I mean, you technically are one or the other. You get what I'm coming from. I'm not trying to
Right.
offend anyone or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, to be
it's
for real, there's nothing really in between.
and it's stuff like this that makes people inept to the bigger things that are going on that require more attention. Like the social extremists, like feminists or whoever. Um, not pointing any fingers, but it's just like you're focusing on this instead of trying to make a difference, instead of trying to better the world for what it is.
Yeah, I feel like definitely that is definitely what it is. And I know, guys, we joke around, we say Jew stuff all the time, but it's honestly just a joke. I'm sorry if you guys get offended for it. If you guys have heard us say anything like that, we literally just joke around, and we're gonna stop doing that because I see that some people are really getting mad because of that. Um, but basically, like we kind of just say stuff out of the head. You know what I'm saying? We don't script our videos, so whatever pops up, we can't take back. Especially with this podcast, we can certainly edit it. Now, are we gonna include this part? Heck yeah, we are. We're definitely gonna include this part because there is a lot wrong with the world, and since we're trying to worry about what we want, sometimes you can't worry about that. Sometimes you actually have to worry about what everybody wants instead of yourself. Starting to get sad because of something that one person said, like that's not exactly right, I guess you could say, because we shouldn't be worrying about what other people say. We should be worried about what we think of ourselves, and we should be worried about the world. Clem, if you want to emphasize on that, you can.
Yeah, I feel like this world has become the two S's, soft and selfish. A lot of people have grown up in this world getting extremely hurt by little words that people say. They don't even have to be big things. They could just say something like as a joke, "Oh, your shoes look weird." Like that will genuinely offend someone nowadays. Like genuinely make them pissed off and like tell a teacher or something. I'm not gonna say like back in my day, but back when I was in elementary school, I used to get shoved down at recess, hit in the face with kickballs. I didn't give a fuck. I just went back out there. Now there's so many extra added measures to like make sure everyone's feelings are okay. I just feel like, you know, I wish things could be like how they used to be. Not every kid has to be its own little special bubble, snowball,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
basically, what we're trying to say is that if people are gonna get hurt by one word, how are they gonna handle the real world? Because I'm not gonna lie with you, I'm gonna tell you the God for the truth. I'm gonna cut it straight from the core. Your mom and dad are not gonna be here forever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that hurts anyone. It's the God forbid truth. And when you understand that people aren't gonna just hold your hand throughout your entire life, like one day you're gonna realize that you're gonna be like, dang, I'm actually on my own, and it's time for me to hold someone else's hand. And then when I leave, they have to hold someone else's hand. That's how it goes. But there's a point where you hold someone's hand for too long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there are people staying with their mom and dad at 30 or 40, whatever, you know? You made your bad decision, okay? But it's time for you to figure it out. It's time for you to get up and think about how you're gonna survive. Think about how you're gonna do this. Get a partner. Get someone to stay with you. Whatever it is, you gotta think about these things because the thing is, once they're gone, what are you gonna do? Or
Vegetate.
or what? Like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit on the streets, waiting for you to die? Like, you can't like, especially if someone says something weird about you. Oh, you look like this. You look like that. It's what people say. Because the world's crueler, I'm not gonna lie with you. Would you guys say the words hurt more than the world?
Not even close. You can go to jail for
Exactly.
words these days.
Because the world, dude, the world literally, like, the world, it's hard to explain when you guys, like, people haven't seen it, but, like, the world hurts so much. Especially when it can just be an asshole and it can just take away everything you love and everything you hold dear, like a tsunami hits your house. That's everything you've had. Your safe is gone. All your money's gone. You only have your car and your daughter and your wife. And how are you gonna keep yourself going and keep yourself pushing? Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah,
That's just how it is these days. Going to, like I said already, going to jail for just words. It's like the First Amendment is the freedom of speech, but it doesn't apply to all situations, and it's applying to less and less as time goes on. Just
hmm
because, because of all these people that are just deciding that, oh, like what this person says is so extreme and so offensive to me personally that they deserve to be in prison.
Like, I feel like, what? Okay, so the Great Depression. What happened then? People lost so much money. You know what they did? They migrated. What was it? Where'd they go? Was it south? Where'd they go?
It would be West
It was west.
49ers.
Oh, it was west. Yeah. So they went west. Do you think they cared about what people said back then? Do you think they gave any fucks about that? No, they didn't. You wanna know why? Because they were too concerned about living their life and actually they were too worried about surviving. Because I found that nowadays we appreciate nothing of what we have. Because I didn't sleep in a bed for over 2, 3 years. And once I got a bed, I was so happy. I could sleep on concrete, honestly. I really could. Back when I was homeless, I could sleep on concrete. I could sleep in a parking lot, I promise you, and I'd be fine. My back was that messed up. But then, when I tried to sleep on a mattress, I couldn't. It hurt so bad. It's like taking drugs. You can't just stop taking drugs one day. You go through withdrawals and everything. But, it hurts so bad. And what I'm saying is that the world isn't nice. It's not a nice place at all. And for you to judge, not I don't know, not judge, but like for you to get mad at someone else for that,
Yeah.
it's such a simple thing for real. A word's a
Honestly,
word.
why waste energy like saying something mean when you could just say something nice? I was in speech class 2 days ago, and the lady that was up talking about her speech, it was just like an introduction speech about her. She was a nurse, and she sees so many depressed kids in her little hospital, and she was like tearing up, just saying like, why can't everyone just be nice? Why can't everyone just be like, why does everyone have to be mean? It doesn't take much to just like wish someone a nice day, say something nice about them, but instead people would rather bash them for what they wear, what they look like, what they post, what their hobbies are. It's so fucking sad. Like it, I think all of us could agree that we're rolling into an age where just everyone is depressed.
So
Everyone's
look,
sad.
so look, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Nobody helps nowadays. Okay, nobody helps. But you know what? This is the one thing that I will promise you. As long as I have this channel, and as long as I'm breathing and alive and well, I am not gonna stop. That is my number one goal. That has been my number one goal since I started this channel. I am called Lead to Victory for a reason. My main objective is to set a goal and to inspire people to do the right thing, to help people to do this and make people smile again. Because the thing is, there's too much that's wrong with this world, and if we just sit by and let it happen, someone has to stand up for this, alright? Someone has to get up. And I'm not gonna lie with you, I'll be the one to get up. I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to sit down and like I'm not afraid to sit down and die for someone, alright? I'm not afraid to do that. I would rather me die than me watch someone die because I couldn't live with that whole sense of watching someone die because I wanted to be selfish and let my own life live. I couldn't. I really couldn't. So I encourage you guys, go out right now, go say something to the weirdest kid you know, to the weirdest one you know. Say, hey bro, what's up dude? How's your day going today? And I promise you, when he looks back up, he's gonna look totally different. If you just sit there and you talk to him or her for literally 2 minutes, you will see the biggest change of your life. Watching someone get happy because of your actions,
Actually, we should
it
get
is
this
the
shit
most
trending.
it is the most like it is the most craziest thing that you have ever seen, I promise. Because throughout my life, helping people and talking to them has been my like I love doing that. Alright, when my friend Aaron died, you know what I did? I created this big poster and I got the entire eighth grade to sign it, and I gave it to the mom and dad, and they cried so much. They literally cried so much, and you know what? That one thing that I did made their day. And for me to see that, it made my day. when I was helping people on Warframe, giving them sets or whatever, it may be just a game. And it took them over hours and hours and hours to farm, and they couldn't get it, and I got it for them. Like, then they would thank me so much. They would say, oh my god, bro, you're the best YouTuber ever. Thank you so much. Like, or I went up to a homeless guy, right? I saw him, I talked to him for 2 hours. I asked him what was wrong. I asked him how he got into the situation. I don't see him anymore. I don't see him walk around anymore. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't see him. But I promised him, every time I see you, I will buy you food. And I kept that promise. I bought him food every single time I saw him. I would buy him drinks. I would buy him Burger King. I would buy him Subway. Whatever I wanted to do, I would buy him. I asked him, what would you want? He said, hey man, you don't gotta pay for it. I said, come on, let's go right in. Because I couldn't sit by and watch another person suffer.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can sit by and watch that. The same people that are sitting on the side of the road and just grieving, I couldn't do that. So when I get this channel to the point where I can help people, I promise you guys, we're gonna make a difference. I'm not gonna sit by and let that happen. I can't.
Damn, lead for president. Holy shit.
Right.
Honestly,
I'm
this
sorry.
honestly, this whole podcast, like, we could just, like, right where we start talking about the Amazon, I feel like is where where the podcast can start. Because everything we said before that was kind of just weird and unorganized. I feel like when we started talking about the fire and how the world is becoming more soft, I felt like those were two, like, beefy chunks of content that people would actually enjoy listening to.
Beefy.
Beefy, very beefy.
Well, anyways, guys, I think we can go into here, guys. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
this is a good place to wrap up. You want me and Clem just to add our 2 cents to this little discussion
You
before
guys
we?
do it real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
All right, Clem, you go ahead.
I just like plug some social medias or just talk
No,
about
I
the
mean like
podcast.
your 2 cents to like the little discussion
The
that
thing that I
is
just
just
said.
wrapping up.
Oh yeah, like as far as homeless people and such. Um, like you said, like every time you see someone on the street suffering and how you buy them lunch. I've never bought someone lunch, but I've always given them, whatever I had, like change and stuff. When there's a transportation center in Chicago, and it was like Labor Day or something last year. I gave a homeless man $10, and the way he just looked at me like eyes wide, that's the most I ever gave to someone. 'Cause he was just sitting there. I don't know how he got in there because they don't really allow homeless people to just sit inside the transportation center. Just the look on his face, oh, bless me, bless me. It was a really good feeling, and I totally believe in karma. It's totally a real thing. And I feel like if you have good karma if you do good things for other people, even without it, even being told to do it, not being told to do it, like, life's gonna help you out just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that. I actually, I used to, I mean, I'm not used to, but I've done this before. Like, I bought people's food before. Like, I went into my grocery store. I don't know how many people's food I bought, but I bought like 40, 50, $60, whatever it was. Whenever I have the money on it, I usually do it. I remember this one guy in particular. I went to a pizza place, and it says the same thing to what you're doing, karma. And he was getting ready to buy his pizza. He said, "Oh, I forgot my wallet." So he ran outside. I bought his pizza, walked out with his pizza, and said, "Hey, bro, you forgot something." He turns around and said, "I didn't pay for it." I said, "No worries, bro. I paid for it." And he was like, "Oh my god, bro, thank you so much." I was like, "No problem, dude, no problem." So I go back in, and the lady that's there now, she don't make me pay for my pizzas anymore.
Respect.
So if I order a pizza from there, half the time she won't let me pay for my pizza. She will give me free pizzas now. Now, do I take the free pizzas? I took it maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe, but this was like a while ago. This was when I was at like 300 subs. Um, well, actually, no, it was probably at about 600. I would say it wasn't too long ago, but yeah, good karma happens, and it's crazy because I come in there every single time she's in there. I'll come in there on my breaks, and I'll talk to her, and I'll talk about what's up with my channel. I'll talk about what I did today and stuff like that, and it literally she'll give me a free pizza. Like she saw that I gave to someone, and so she gave it back to me, which I keep telling her like, hey, you shouldn't give me free pizzas, like, because I didn't do it to get rewarded. I do it because it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like I'm a good person because I do it, I guess. So, Mass, what do you want to say about that? But anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say that I also believe in karma. I'm never really gonna understand how it works, but it's just a cycle of if you do good things will happen to you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In the sense of like just just the populace of people that decided that uh, people living in poverty and shit like that to ignore them. It's honestly disgusting. Like you see um on like busy street corners these people that like even if you don't have anything to give them, just like say something that'll help them out or brighten up their day. And then you have these people that are like like there's even two types of like these homeless people that you see. It's like the types that you want to help out and the types that are just like completely fucked. Like there was this guy once who he was begging on a street corner and I gave him $5 and I didn't give him $5. I gave him a pack of gum and I was like, hey, will this help? Because his sign said anything helps. And then he was like, he threw it back at me and he said, I can't buy cigarettes with this. And that it's like it's shocking because like some people actually do that, and then there's other people that actually like yell at fucking Vietnam vets who are also homeless and living in poverty, and
Oh
it's
shit! I have a video for that one.
right. It's just
With video with the like actual footage.
it's entirely and completely fucked up.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think that that is a good place to wrap up the podcast. Thank everyone so
Yeah,
much for watching. If you liked it, make sure to like, and we'll know to do more of these in the future. And then comment down below what you thought. Clem, do you have anything you'd like to plug before we wrap it up?
No, I felt like we hit a lot of major key points of what's wrong with today's world as far as global warming, selfishness, being soft, and helping out the less fortunate. So I'm glad we touched on those topics because, they do need to be talked about from here and there, and I'm glad we got around to it.
I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I just want to say, if you guys are listening up to this point, you guys have. Thank you so much for staying up. Make sure to hit up Stay Clem. He's amazing. Go to MastVane. He's great too. And I'm not gonna lie with you. If you guys want to, go in the comments, type hashtag Save the World or hashtag End Poverty. Also, I think Clem, I got a video idea for you. I don't know if the viewers would like to see this, but you should definitely do a video on that video that you have.
Which one?
The one you said where, yeah, the Vietnam guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely do. So if you guys do want to see that, make sure again hit that like button. If we get to 10 likes on this video, make sure to make a stay Clem post that video, and I'll link in the description down below. So yeah,
Everyone,
anything
make sure to
else?
like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
And guys, as always, just want to say, make sure to join me to victory. I love you guys.
Peace out.